Okay, we've got some breaking news right now on the market. We have today's Fox Business panel joining us. Charlie Gasparino, Jack Howe from Barron's, Rob Basso from Advantage Payroll Services, and we're looking at a market right now that's up 100 points. What do you guys think about the rally today?
You know, as McDonald's would say, loving beats hating, Melissa. Stocks have really bounced right back. The only thing that hasn't bounced back is oil. That's still in the dumpster. Yeah. But, you know, earnings growth has been good. That's really been the saving grace for the market right now.
It is, although you got to worry about the specter of deflation maybe out there. I mean, I think that's something the Fed is going to be talking about still. Markets loving all of it. What do you think, Rob?
You know, we look at the attack up in Canada last week, and it's amazing how quickly we've rebounded from that. I mean, realistically, everybody thought that there was going to be a bigger issue, and it turns out only to be a blip. Not to diminish its, you know, the problems that we had. The reality is the market seems to be coming back just fine.
I mean, look at the chart. Firmly in rally mode. Go ahead, Charlie.
I would hate to quote Ed Butowski, who my sparring partner on Varney and Company today, but I mean, he made a good point that a lot of people are making to me. If you think about it, the chances of the market going significantly higher than 17,000 in the like immediate future is very slim. I mean, this is a market that's been bouncing around between two levels. The question is, do you want to get in now? Because it doesn't look like there's much conviction above when the Dow gets about 17,000.
How much of this is about the Fed meeting that's going on? We're going to, of course, get the response tomorrow. We're going to listen to the language, hear what they're worrying about. They're going to end
You talk to any sophisticated financial advisor, they are telling you that the chances of this thing going well, the Dow and the S&P breaking out of the range that it's in, it's very slim. As a matter of fact, the chances of a correction, they will tell you, below those levels are actually greater.
One thing the market focused on is earnings. Facebook is in the spotlight as the stock hits a new high ahead of its earnings report that's coming out later today. Can Zuck and the company deliver? What do you think?
I think so. I mean, if I have to guess, and it always is a guess on one quarter's numbers, but if I have to guess, I look at two things. Have they been surprising to the upside in recent quarters? Yes, they have. And have estimates for this quarter been on the rise recently? Yes, they have. So I think the momentum is with Facebook. I think they're taking share in advertising.
Yeah, Rob.
And I like one of the purchases they just made. They just bought a company called Slingshot to compete with Snapchat, which is yeah, it's pretty amazing. But I think they
Charlie's all over those. He's on every single one of them.
They needed to get on the mobile bandwagon.
He's slingshotting his Snapchat everywhere he goes.
I would say this for the average investor out there: tale of two stocks. Look at Facebook. Look at Twitter.
Well, let's look at Twitter.
Now think about it. What did Facebook do different than Twitter? It actually went out, brought in Sheryl Sandberg, went out and did some stuff with mobile apps, actually improved the business. What has Twitter done to deserve its current valuation? Not a lot, which is why the stock is down today.
Yep, plummeting about 10%. On concerns about slow user growth, CEO Dick Costello excuse me, that the World Cup was no help and didn't have an impact on monthly active users.
Well, I'm not sure it was slow user growth. Actually, they were up 23% users. It's the engagement that was down 7%. Right. So what they have more users that are less engaged. You know, I was actually using the product, and he's actually.
It means this: people are signing up, but they don't like it. The reason they don't like it is because everyone's talking and no one's listening. Everyone's promoting something.
Sounds like cable.
Or sounds like our panel. You know, the real question is, how long does current management last? I mean, Zuckerberg came in, you know, he brought an adult in, someone they called an adult, right? Sheryl Sandberg. These guys, you just wonder, does this management exist in its current form? I'm not saying that Costello is going to leave, but do they bring in somebody that knows how to manage?
He's one of your favorites, by the way, Costello.
You know, listen, I'm always willing to make amends with people. He did
really? I don't know if they feel the same way.
This guy screwed Fox Business.
Well,
I'll be the first to tell you. I have no love or hate for him, other than you know, once you do that, you're an open source.
Well, but Facebook
open source, but he has no love or hate.
Facebook is
you're a festering boil on my backside. Is what
I love the guy. I love the guy.
That's right. All right.
I didn't say I loved him. I didn't say I hate him. But he's like, he screwed over Fox Business for no reason. And now he's getting, by the way, now the stock is getting crushed.
There you go. And your Bank of New York Mellon is bracing for a renewed attack from activist investor Nelson Peltz. Charlie's got the follow-up exclusive scoop on this one.
Well, I mean, here's the interesting thing about this. It's today's Bank of New York's Investor Day, where they're going to go around and say how their current business model, which basically combines the 7th largest asset manager. They manage $1.5 trillion. That's a lot of money. With this huge custodian bank, which sort of monitors and accounts for investments from institutional investors. I think it's something like $23 trillion. Nelson Peltz has had a series of meetings. He took a 2.5% stake in the company in June. Has had a series of meetings, sources tell us, with senior management, and has raised the issue about breaking up the bank, spinning off that asset management part to, you know, create shareholder value, yada, yada, yada. If this does happen, and the people at Bank of America don't know if he's going to do it. He's just raised this at meetings. But if it does happen, if he does one of these activist plays, and that's what he is, one of these activist investors, it would be the first time an activist really went after a bank post-2008. Now, I don't remember anything before the financial crisis of significance, but post-2008.
At all?
Well, Charlie, didn't he?
No.
But didn't he try this with State Bank?
Of going after banks. Yes, I do remember the.
But didn't he try this with State Bank and he
event.
was not successful with State Bank?
Great point. And by the way, when I talk to the people at Bank of New York Mellon, it's exactly what they bring up. You tried it with State Street, you know, break off their asset management business.
But their stock nearly doubled.
I want to move on to the bromance that's going on right now in Silicon Valley. Tim Cook and Jack Ma will rendezvous later this week to discuss a possible partnership between Apple Pay and Alibaba. And the stocks are hitting new highs while they're at it, both up amid the speculation. Oh, P.S. We are learning that Jack Ma, the founder of the e-commerce giant, does not shop online at all. I mean, that's his whole entire business. Wouldn't you at least lie and say that you did it? I mean, if that's basically your whole entire business, you're like, nah, I don't shop online at all.
Well, Apple should be.
Aren't you kind of burying the lead on this story?
Go ahead. What's the lead?
I mean, not that he shops online.
Apple's got 1 million new users on their Apple Pay product. On the Alibaba's product, they have 300 million. Apple wants a piece of the share of the up and coming class in China right now. So it's not shocking that Apple would want to pair up with Alibaba. I'm not sure why Alibaba necessarily wants to pair up with Apple, considering it's got
should the stock be going nuts on this thing?
Which one, Apple?
On which one?
Oh, look,
I mean,
look at Alibaba. The shares are over.
They both hit new all-time highs.
I mean, but Alibaba is surprising. It's above the it's above the high of when the IPO opened, which was I think 99.60 something, right? So it's above that right now. This is the first time it's been trading in that $100
I think for Alibaba,
level.
anything that gets attention from consumers outside of China right now is good news. They've shown they can.
But does it deserve this? Does Alibaba deserve $100 stock price, you think?
I'm not convinced it does.
Yeah, I'm not either. And I will say
I think Apple looks good here still, but I'm not convinced.
But here's the one thing I will tell you, that most investors bought this at 99. Most small investors, they didn't get it.
Well, thank goodness they're back in the money. They are
that much in the money.
Get out right now. Get out right now. All right, help us, Kim Kardashian. You're my only hope. The reality star taking the stage at a tech conference. She was revealing that she's yes, it is. That she is a hoarder of Blackberries, even admitting that she buys old versions on eBay over fear the phones will go extinct, which is well-founded because I was out the other weekend trying to get a new one. We went to a couple different places, couldn't find one anywhere. But she's using a Blackberry, and she's buying them up online.
But she admitted that
what a trendsetter.
She admitted that she uses an iPhone for all her video and all her social posting. She only uses the Blackberry for email. Too little, too late for Blackberry. She's not the savior of
Blackberry said in their response they're really happy about the whole thing, and they said they're soon going to be launching their newest device, the Blackberry Classic. Our new Blackberry, the old Blackberry. I mean, I thought I was the last Blackberry user. I'm glad Kim is there with me. Haters to the left, McDonald's is getting ready to drop its G's and hang with the cool kids. This is according to the Wall Street Journal. The Golden Arches will launch a new ad campaign with the slogan, "Lovin' beats hatin'." Oh, my Lord.
I can't wait for the jingle.
Yeah, it's kind of a conversation stopper. You guys are silent.
The problem is not the advertising. The problem is the food and the prices.
Yeah.
They need to make better food, and they need to charge higher prices. It wouldn't hurt, by the way, to pay their workers more. I know you guys hate that idea, but I really
they're just
don't.
The butt of every joke, and so now they're out there and they're trying to say, love and beat. Hate is going to hate.
From a marketing
is it cool or is it tragic? Charlie, you're so quiet.
I think this is almost as absurd as like Kim Kardashian giving anybody any advice on their. I just thought it was funny. Just get back to that Kim Kardashian thing. Seeing Kara Swisher, who I know, Kara Swisher's a very
just to derail the program and move it back to a totally
very
different topic.
Respectable journalist. Must have been rolling her eyes at.
She's like, I'm going to interview Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I mean, it's just insane. You know, Kara's a friend of mine.
Kim Kardashian
I will say this.
Secret genius, by the way. We got to stop hating.
I will say this: McDonald's. What McDonald's is doing is throwing in the towel. It knows that its crummy, disgusting products are not selling. Are not selling with the young kids.
I love McDonald's.
The kids like less. The kids like less crummy stuff coming out of Chipotle.
The problem I have with it is the fact that the problem that I have with it is that they're using a negative word. Who wants a negative word attached to it?
We gotta go. We gotta go.